Kung ano man yung didemanda sa akin, I will never hide. Nandito lang ako sa Metro Manila.
You will never hide, but you will not cooperate with them?
I'm going to resist, of course. Why should I cooperate for my downfall when wala naman akong kasalanan?
But the ICC, sir, doesn't name people lightly. To get to this point, they would have already had cultivated, detailed evidence. Hindi lang namin alam exactly what evidence they have on hand, but the prosecutors have gone so far as to name, actually even several months, as far back as last year, we already had inklings of who might be named as co-perpetrators. Pero ngayon lang na-confirm because it takes them a long time to build up the cases, right? So do you have any idea why you were named then? Because you're saying that you are innocent of all of these.
Yes, there is only one cause why I was linked. Tulad ng sinasabi ko in the beginning, in the Duterte case in The Hague, they said that there was a common plan. That common plan seems to be a state policy by Duterte, headed by Duterte, without including the Department of Justice and without including the Secretary of Justice. Hindi credible yung common plan na yun. Kaya kinakailang isama nila ako. I think that's the only reason why, despite my innocence, I am being linked to this.
But do you agree there was a common plan, that there was state policy back then?
Wala nga. Ang sabi ko nga, invento lang yan eh. Wala yung common plan. Otherwise, I should have known that. Kaya nga sinasabi ko walang common plan eh. Dapat alam ko yan. Puro invento lang yan.
Yung mga co-perpetrators mo, attorney, have you talked to any of them recently?
No, I could not speak for them. Because marami doon sa kanila na nakilala ko lang when I was already appointed eh. Hindi ko namang makakilala yung mga yan eh.
Okay. Yung dalawang senador?
I know Bongo and the two senators. Pero hindi pa nakausap yan.
Attorney, I'm not sure I heard you correctly. Did you say that, of course, you were aware of the alleged extrajudicial killings back then? You were aware?
They were aware of the complaints of the killing committed by the police. But being aware does not mean that that there was really an evidence of the extrajudicial killing. You have to bring it to file this case before our courts, before our fiscals first, and then if we see probable cause, then we are going to file this before the courts.
Right. But it comes back to Ami's question, no, which is, as Justice Secretary, you did have the power to investigate and prosecute if needed. So the question is, how many of these cases did you investigate and prosecute during your time as a Justice Secretary?
I do not have the count, but as long as they are brought before our fiscals, we are going to prosecute them. But the fact is that many of which were dismissed and they did not even reach my office.
No, what I mean is, why did you have to wait for these cases to be brought to you? As Justice Secretary, you had the power to investigate, right? And if you say that you were aware of these complaints around alleged extrajudicial killings...
We have the power to investigate only if these killings or these complaints will be filed against before us. Without any case being filed, the Department of Justice has no obligation and has no jurisdiction to arrest these individuals. You have to file a good case before us so that we will act.
Did you ask the President about it, President Duterte? Kasi for the first 6 months, ang dami-dami ng complaint eh. Nabanggit niyo ba sa kanila na, oh, Mr. President, marami nagrereklamo, nasosobrahan daw yata yung mga napapatay. Was there ever that kind of discussion?
There was none.
Tapos yung, would you remember kung kahit ballpark figure lang, ilan kaya yung napapila ng complaint ng police sa prosecution? Kasi isa din reklamo nila yun na hindi nga daw nagpa-file yung police ng mga mga ilan kaya, ballpark figure? The first 6 months lang.
I don't have the figure. I was not keeping those figures with me.
Yeah.
And but I believe that all those cases have been acted upon by our prosecutors. If there is evidence, then the case will be filed. would have been filed, and if there's no evidence, the case will be.
Mm.
Senator, well, go ahead, Ami.
Yeah. So ano ngayon? You know that you've seen what happened to the former president last year. Ano ang binabalak niyo kung sakasakaling mag-issue din ng similar na ganung arrest warrant ng ICC for you and it is coursed through the Interpol? Ano po yung magiging reaction niyo doon? I'm sure you will be filing a legal challenge to that.
That's right. Actually, I'm not taking this case seriously that I was being charged before the ICC because I'm completely innocent. I don't know anything about this. That common invento lang nila yan para magkaroon ng kunwari conspiracy with us. Kasi without the Department of Justice, without the Secretary of Justice being part of the common plan, hindi credible yan. Kaya pilit nila akong pinasama. Ako lang nga ang di yata taga Davao or not connected with the police dyan sa 8 yan o sa 8 co-perpetrators. Pero ang ibig sabihin ng co-perpetrators, kami ang co-conspirators. Ibig sabihin yan, ay kasama dyan sa pagplano niyan, sa pagpalaganap niyang extrajudicial killing niyan, which I completely deny because I have nothing to do with it. Ngayon, what happened? Of course, there's a possibility that a warrant of arrest because of this would be filed against us. Dati hindi ko sinuseryoso kasi wala naman akong kasalanan. Pero of course, I have to be taking this seriously now. Of course, we are going to resist it. How? By filing a case in court. What happened to President Duterte should not be repeated. Because it violated the constitutional rights of a Filipino citizen, not to mention an ex-president. Imagine, even under the ICC statute, the Rome Statute, you have to be there must be a judicial proceeding within the country from where you are accused before you will be brought to Hague. Pero nung nangyari dyan, wala. Parang kinidnap talaga siya.
I don't think I don't think that's a requirement by the ICC that there's a judicial process locally in the country of the person's origin. I don't think that's true.
That is a requirement. As a matter of fact, when the Department of Justice was asked, why was there no judicial intervention here? Ang sabi ng Department of Justice, kami yung judicial intervention. So there must be a requirement of judicial intervention.